It's April Fool's today. The biggest lie you're being told is that you can spend money to buy performance, to make you a better biker. And you're being told that lie every day by all the bike industry. We love our April Fools at Styling Cycles. We've done some really good ones with the Tellum, which was the backwards mullet bike, 29 rear, 27 front, which rode brilliantly but fooled a lot of people. Last year we rebranded as Puffin Peddlers and that fooled a few people. So this year we're doing something a bit different. So what's April Fools? April Fools is a celebration of bullshit, a celebration of lying. So we're going to talk about bullshit and lying in the bike industry today. One of the biggest things that I think we're told is that you spend money and it makes you better. You spend money to get better performance. You know, the more money we spend, the better bikes we have, the more technology you've got, the better we're going to be. And it's just a lie, it's not true. So I know why we believe this. I know why we think money makes us better. You know, we're told if we spend money on a new pair of forks or a new shock, it's going to make our bikes better. And it does, the technology is better. But we've got to take a step back and look at this, actually assess this. Is this true? Is this fact true? When you go out riding with your mates, there's always a pecking order, isn't there? Your fastest mate goes first and then it works its way down. And occasionally you might change the pecking order down for fun, but pretty much fastest first, slowest last. When you get a new bike or your mate gets a new set of forks or you've got something shining and new, does it ever change that pecking order? And it doesn't. People think it does. The first one is, oh, I've got a new bike, I'm going faster, or I'm going better today. But very quickly you end up back in that same pecking order. The new bike makes no difference at all. It doesn't change things. So there are some things about technology that do matter, but it's the simple things, it's the low cost things. Do your brakes work? Have you got tread on your tyres? Has your suspension been serviced? And if your brakes don't work, that is one thing straight away. That means you end up at the back of the pack. If your brakes don't work, you become a rubbish rider. If you've got, summer tyres on and it's muddy, that puts you to the back. Those things have a big impact on how you ride, much more than having a shiny new fork. So the little things on your bike, your brakes set up, or your brakes working, your tyres being right, your suspension just being serviced properly. Really, the thing that makes the biggest difference is your own personal condition and mental state and your riding skill and how much you've been riding. Those things have a real difference on you. If, for example, you haven't slept the night before, you've had a bad night's sleep, you will ride crap. If you've had too many beers the night before, you're going to ride crap. If you haven't ridden for the past 3 months, you've only been riding your road bike, you're going to be crap when you go off-road. You've not taken enough food with you, you've not brought enough water with you. These things have a real impact. That does move you up or down in the pecking order. You haven't ridden for 3 months, you're going to be crap and you're going to move back in the pecking order. What happens is we're sold this lie that we can buy a new bike and it makes us better, but in reality, we've got to put effort in to make ourselves better. So I've got a really good example of this, who is Ben Plenge of Strength Factory.
Hey, it's Ben here from the Strength Factory, and today I'm talking about endurance and how you can improve your mountain bike fitness to ride all day.
Runs a training, get you fit for riding your bike, fit and strong for riding your bike. But I've known Ben for maybe over 10 years now, and when I first met him, he was a good rider, but pretty average. But he decided he was going to become a good mountain bike, and you could see it mentally, decided he wanted to do it. And he was already fit, but he focused on not just being fit, but being fit for riding. And that was his business, and it helped develop his business. But he also put lots of effort into riding skills. He had lots of lessons, he rode with lots of fast people. So he got his skills good, he got his fitness right, but he got his mental state right as well. He's really good at, riding within his limits, but pushing his boundaries when he needs to, riding safe. In a race situation, he's fantastic. His head is focused on racing. And he's gone from being a fairly average rider to a really genuinely good rider now. And he's learned to hit big jumps and things like this. And he's one person who, he knows about bike technology and he thinks about bike technology, but he would always talk about brakes and tyres. He knows about suspension. He actually worked for Wideopen reviewing bikes for a while, and he's a very experienced bike reviewer, but he sees the value in the things that matter, the technology that matters, brakes, tyres, suspension setup. He doesn't have a lot of money. He's not a wealthy person. He has good functioning bikes, not very, very fancy bikes. And he has got better. I've seen lots of people spend lots and lots of money on loads of different bikes, always buying the latest technology, and not got better. They've just got a new shiny bike. In my experience, effort and putting effort into yourself and effort into making things trumps spending money on shiny new bikes every single time. And I can't think of an example of somebody who's bought a new bike and it's made them better. Other than the first time you get on your new bike, you're brimming with confidence. You've got this shiny thing, you've got all the latest gear, you're full of confidence, and you might ride well for a few rides, but that feeling dies really quickly and you're back to how you were. Whereas if you put the effort in and get your skills right, that lasts for a long time. You will always be a good rider and you'll keep being a good rider. In the spirit of no bullshit, why am I telling you this? I suppose there's a bit of me, I'm here, I'm marketing at you, I'm trying to sell styling bikes, I'm trying to make styling bikes seem exciting, I want you to buy them, but that doesn't agree with what I've just said. I've just said don't buy new bikes, it doesn't make you any better, so you know, that's a bit weird, but so don't buy my bikes, please don't buy my bikes. Like, it's not true, I want you to buy them. But you know, hopefully what you know about styling bikes is that they just work. There's simplicity, there is no bullshit. We don't talk about acronyms, we don't talk about fancy suspension systems, we don't talk about the latest and greatest materials. They're just bikes that work well. And that means if you're going to be somebody who's going to put the effort into making yourself a better rider, you want a bike that just works well and always works well and does everything simply and easily. Once you've decided you want a bike that's always going to work well, you're not going to get sort of, dragged in by all the shiny new marketing. You're not going to think that the next latest greatest thing is the best thing. You're going to know this is up to the job and it's just down to you. You're going to be better. So we've got lots of examples of this. We've got people with bikes who've had them 7-8 years and they're still riding their bikes. They're sending them back to us a refresh and they still love them. They're still happy with everything their bike gives them. They're easy to keep going. So they've had these bikes 7-8 years and they're still running properly. They've got confidence. They know it's always going to keep running. It's an easy bike to understand. It's an easy bike to ride. So don't believe the bullshit. It's celebration of bullshit day. I'm telling you about the bullshit. Don't buy a bike. Just put the effort into making yourself a better rider. That is what's going to make you better. Make yourself fit, make yourself strong, ride your bike lots and have fun, I suppose. That's the end. Yeah?